Has anybody recently looked at the massive amount of technologically advanced things that are coming out now? Because if you do, you will see exactly where the future is going, because everything's beginning to be automated. If you look at anything, I remember when I used to go to McDonald's, I would go to McDonald's and it was a bank full of, well, a row full of people. You know, it might be 6 and 6 or 3 and 3. I'm talking about cash registers open. So when I go there now, it's only one. And they had these kiosks where you can go to order. And right now, you know, because the technology is new, people are, you know, they have a little difficulty with it, just trying to learn it. It's simple, but if you've never done it before, that can make it it can make it be difficult to learn. But it's not. Once you get used to it, it's just like driving a car. When you first drove a car, it was difficult. You know, when you first do anything, it's difficult. And so it is with this. But the more important point that I'm trying to make right now is that technology takes jobs away. Every time something like that is implemented, they're taking a job away. And it's happening at a faster and faster and faster pace. But it's almost imperceptible because you don't even remember. You don't even know it. See, I'm old enough to remember when they used to have payphones on almost virtually every corner in the United States of America. You go in and put your little dime in, you shut the door, you talk on the phone, right? For those that are a little older, can you tell me when the last time you saw a payphone? Nobody's seen a payphone no more. Those are gone. Those are totally eliminated. And with that elimination, there used to be hundreds of thousands of people used to work at AT&T and all these other companies. And what happened to those people? They got laid off. They had to retool. And many of those people that had to retool didn't do it because they never thought that this would come, that this day would even be here, that at some point in their lives that they would lose their jobs to technology. It was like, you know, you didn't think about it. But it happened, and it happened very, very slowly. Just a steady little pace, you know, year after year after year after year. And then all of a sudden, you ain't got nowhere to work. You out there. So that is just the beginning. That was just the beginning of it. You know, it started with the auto industry. A lot of those jobs that were in there, people were making, you know, fantastic living. They were living well, making good money, doing basically manual labor. You didn't need no real skill to put a nut into a hole, or to, you know what I'm saying, to clean a window, or to put a fascia on a car. All you need to do is just have a strong back and an ability to just move fast. That's basically what it was. But now the auto industry has been decimated. They shipped so many of that information, so many of those things overseas. They have all kinds of technologically advanced computer systems in these places now where a human is not even in there. A human ain't even in there at all. You know, it's all done by machinery. You know, computers, robots. And it's even getting worse because now they're doing that with restaurants. See, the cutoff point was when all these people in these restaurants, they wanted a pay raise. They say it's not, we're not working for a living wage now. You know, we can't survive off of $10, $12, $13 an hour. And I believe that. That's true. It's hard to do that in today's economy. But you know what they did? They said, okay. And people started buying into that. And the legislators, because they were trying to, quell the uprising from their constituencies, they started to kind of pass laws in favor of these businesses. In favor of these people. And they knew what the ultimate outcome would be, that eventually they're going to get to a certain point, and then these businesses, because they're going to say, look, we cannot afford to pay these people and really keep our level of financial security at a certain level. We can't do both at the same time. So what are they going to do? They're not going to lay them. They can't lay them off totally because they need them. But what they did do is started to buy into technology. And people started to, create these things that made it possible for someone to make a company to just lay off a whole shift, if you would. And in doing that, have maybe 2 or 3 people taking their place to show them how to use the machine. Just show them how to put the thing in wherever it's supposed to do and do what it's supposed to do this and do that. And, your payroll was maybe $100,000 every week, or whatever it was. Now it's maybe 45. And that is going to be in every industry that can be eliminated. So people who are out here, including myself, you have to start learning a new trade, learning something new. And you cannot wait on you can't wait on a business to show you this. There's never been a better time than the present to do that very thing. There's never been a better time than the present. We have the ability to do virtually anything. We can run virtually any kind of business online. Almost any kind of business. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you do. Because think about this. Okay, I'm black, so I'm going to talk about black people. There are a lot of people out there that got hair shops, that have, t-shirt businesses, that, have, restoration services, work in real estate, work in all types of fields, but they do not understand how to really use the internet to give them bigger and larger exposure, for them to be able to create a camaraderie with their customer base, to create that authority with their customer base. Most that I've seen, now there are those that are out there that are doing exactly what I'm talking about, but I would say the majority of these businesses, these small businesses, are doing the exact opposite, and that's why they end up going out of business. They don't understand the significance of and power of the internet, how to use social media to gain a following, how to use social media to gain credibility with your customer base. Most of these businesses out here, these small mom and pop businesses, could eventually grow into that, but they don't see it because they've never experienced it. They have no previous background in that. They don't know about the fact that you can do, you can cover, double the ground that you do on your foot. By driving a car or getting on the phone. You use those things as, use the internet as a tool to communicate, to give exposure to your products and services. And we can do it at will. We could do it at will with the click of a button, but we don't do it. But see, it's coming to a point in time now where we have to do that, because if you don't do it, you perish. Your livelihood is at stake. The things that you want to do, the kind of lifestyle that you want to live is at stake, because it can be taken away from you in any minute, any moment in time. So it behooves all of us, to learn a new skill. And it's really simple to do. You just learn how to direct some of that money that you might be spending on some of the goodies that you do that you're having fun with. Some of that liquor money, some of them clothes money, some of them condo money. Invest in the course on Udemy. Find someone who is teaching something that you are interested in and that you think you can take that to a certain level. Find that person and be willing to spend a little money. And if you can't afford it, don't. But there's also, there's so much information that's for free online that you can get. Now, you might not want to pay, because if you pay, what you're really paying for is somebody that has started something that has a particular skill set, and they have went through all of the bumps and the headaches and all that stuff, and they've come up with a system and they kind of streamline it, and they know how to get from point A to point B as efficiently as possible. So that's what you're paying for, the pain that he went through before that. And now he's offering you that service now. He's saying, yeah, okay, look, I done did all that for you. So what you get now is the finished product. And that's cool. If you have the money to do it, if you got that money to do it, spend the money. I'm going to say spend the money if you have it. If you don't have it, if you got more time than money, well then you got to get online. You have to get online. You have to look for stuff. You have to check out YouTube. YouTube is a university. There's virtually anything that you could think of that you might be interested in. You want to turn that thing into income, there's somebody on YouTube that's talking about it. And they're going into a little bit of detail. You might have to, get through all the other little stuff in between that, but that's because you ain't paying for it. So that's why you have to get what you get like that. But it's there. You just have to focus and dig a little harder, dig a little longer. But the thing that you want to do is still there. It's there for you. All you got to do is just focus on it. And you will get to that point. So I'm saying all of this because I do really see something that's going to be horrible for the people that don't acquire any skill whatsoever. If you still dependent on a regular job for all of your subsistence, all of your, everything you need, are you still dependent on a job and you ain't working for, it don't make a difference if you work for the government or not. Because they can take that away. Because every minute, every hour, they are trying. These businesses are trying to cut costs. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to answer to their shareholders. And they want to make sure they get the bonuses, and accolades, and all those things for themselves. So somebody got to pay for it. So it's going to be the person at the bottom of the totem pole that's paying for that. It's the person that comes in every day and works their ass off. Work hard, hardly miss any days, and and do the most excellent job possible every day. That's the person that's gonna get jacked. Now the person up in the upper office, he's not gonna get jacked. He's gonna just pull you up out of there and replace you with a machine. And it's happening on a consistent basis. It's happening faster and faster. Like I say, you don't see it, because it's so almost invisible. All you got to do really just stop and look. Next time you go into a Kroger store and you see that little machine, I saw it myself, and I got a video of it. A guy, it wasn't a guy, it was just a machine that kind of cleans the floors. And it was by itself. It had been programmed. It would stop for you. If somebody came in front of it, it would stop. Then it continue on and clean the floor. Now, that used to be a whole shift of people used to do that. That's gone. I'm just saying, that's just one example. I've seen, and I might put that up here, there is a grocery store where they have no humans in it doing the work. Just the only humans that are in that store are those that are maintaining the robots that are there. And there are hundreds of them. And the store is like several football fields long. And it is totally automated. Now, you think about a Kroger, or you think about a a Publix or something like that. See, those stores are going to be gone. They're going to be gone. So even those little jobs that we would use for part-time money, work part-time, they're eliminating all that stuff. So you got to find a way. You have to start now, because if you don't, it's gonna be bad for all of us. I ain't talking about I'm talking about you and not me. I'm in that too. So yeah, it's gonna be bad. And if we don't start now, it's better to start now, because later might be too late. That's all I got. I'm out.